What is up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. I'm a day trader, and I'm going to show you a trade that I just did today. I'm shooting this video right now instead of putting it on the docket for later. So I had two swing trades, right? I did a swing trade off of a test of a major level to the downside. That failed, and then I did another one off a test of another level, and that failed. And there's really two key concepts here. The first is you want to treat every trade like its own moment, right? So I still have, we're in the middle of the trading day right now. Actually, we're looking at the 15. I shot a video talking about trading on the 15-minute. Go watch that video. We can see here some pretty clear setups, right? So there's two primary setups. One, we have the Friday chart here, right? Friday, December 23rd. This is the 15-minute chart. We see this white line, this dynamic level that I drew. I took swing puts at the close of business Friday at $1.90, right? So pretty cheap contracts. Obviously, we gapped up, right? In pre-market, came up to this 3,900-ish level, tested this level. You see here, I have an annotation in my chart where that failed, and then we went ahead and sold back off. Go ahead and make my phone quiet here. What we got going on here? So, two distinct trades, right? If you're a new trader and you're trying to do a swing play like this, right? You see this setup, take the swing trade, it fails, right? It immediately fails. I mean, this is at, 1800. This is all pre-market. Your first thought is, dang, you start beating yourself up. I'm wrong. What I didn't do is sell immediately. I actually just waited, right? Because my thesis was so far broken and the puts were actually worthless. They're only $1.90, right? And so this was a pretty deep in the money play. It was completely wrong. I just actually held that play to see if we were going to continue to the upside. And the reason why I did that is I didn't think we were going to continue to the upside, and that's because of what is happening on the longer time frame. So if we look at ES on the 1 day, right, we're still in this major downtrend, and we'll just make this full screen really quick. So this is ES on the daily, right? Make these bars a little bit easier to see. But we're in this downtrend, guys. Like up here, all of this, right? I'm not going to add too many lines to this chart. There's already a crap ton, but very clearly in a downtrend. So you need to ask yourself, what are the odds of us? We're starting to get into territory where we'd have to break this downward channel in order for us to have more upside. Just wouldn't make sense, right? So more than likely, we're going to chop like we are now. So we're in this chop zone, and then eventually we're going to continue back into our downtrend. So let's go ahead and reset this back to our 15. The key thing there is, if you are a new trader, do not let a previous failure change your thesis for the next trade, right? This is not the exact same, right? This is really a gap up, kind of a fadeaway into a gap, closing this gap. This initial play here was looking at this wedge that was forming and assuming that this was going to fail. And it didn't fail, right? We actually did break up to the upside. So I didn't let my previous play affect my thesis for the next play. And that's so important, guys. You have to look at each and every trade. And when you think about how you can become more consistent and what are the different things that affect our decision making, a lot of it is fear, a lot of it is anxiety, judgment, right? I mess a trade up and now I have judgment on myself. And instead of approaching the next trade with as much confidence as I did the first trade, now I'm second guessing every single little thing that I do. You need to approach each trade with the same level of confidence. Obviously, as you win more trades, your confidence will improve and you'll have a better belief system about yourself, but you need to still have the mindset and understand that every single setup in the market is its own unique opportunity, because the market is made up of individuals, right? We are individuals all playing this game together. I'm trading, right? You watching this video, you're trading against me and against everybody else. Obviously, many different people can make money at the same time, but the orders that I enter are affecting the market. And we can actually show you guys something a little special. Go over to my trader workstation, ended up making $4,700 on the day, right? So here was that 38.60 put. The 37.60 was the failed swing, right? Came up to 5,600 on P&L and then made 4,700 on the day. And just because you guys can do the math, it's whatever. I'm going to reset this back to 100K at some point. Current value is at 148 grand. So that is this video, really. Oh, no, there's 2 points. This is not the video. The second part of this video is don't let a prior trade affect your next trade. Yeah, then I guess, the second idea was just going for the clean setups. I actually had somebody ask me, how do you, not get trigger shy earlier today, and really that's just around following your setups, right? So right now I'm really focused on pivots. Took a call off of here, saw that in my P&L that I just showed on the screen, right? We'll go back to it actually just for the sake of clarity, right? 38.50 call, made about 280% off of that, and that's because we have this bottom pivot on the 15-minute. 15-minute doesn't lie. We're in some excessive chop zone. Probably not going to take any more trades today. I tried to play a breakout to the downside and I lost, what did I lose? I lost 165 bucks there. So I'm going to keep my $4,700 that I've made today, put that in the bank. If there's a setup at Power Hour, I'll take that. Why did I take this trade? If you're watching this and like, Forrest, I'm not seeing the same setup that you're seeing. Let's actually just talk about that. So I'll expand this chart and this will be a good way to kind of review this trade, since this is a trade review video overall. So you can see here that we have this testing of this level, right? This slight wedge, not really a perfect one, right? Failing here, and then it failed to the downside. Here we had ascending triangle, whatever you want to call it, broke out to the upside, gapped up, and then we came down, sold out this gap, right? So my thesis on all three of these plays here, you see this one worked, this was a really big trade. I already have a video recorded about this one failed. And in retrospect, looking at this, probably should have just bought calls here, but we're not going to talk about that too much in this video. In any case, strong buying, right? Aggressive move, and we just consolidate chopped here. So I'm thinking, okay, we had a lot of buyers come in, move the market up. Where are the buyers now, right? We hit this overnight session, right? We get to 3 a.m. You know, some of the foreign markets are opening. Where are the buyers at, right? Well, they're not coming through, right? They're not breaking this 3,900 level, which we know is an important level due to the number of tests at this level. I mean, we can see a few tests here, there's tests here, there's tests going back months at 3,900, right? And so I anticipate, all right, odds are we're going to break back to the downside. So I take puts here. Last night, I got into that trade, set a stop for about 50%, right? So I put a very, 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 very generous stop on these. And that is because when you're trading options, they'll do stop hunts, right? And it just takes one wick, you'll get stopped out. So I put a 50% stop on this, take a 50% loss. Part of that's because it's a swing trade, it's overnight, right? So I had some time and I set a take profit at 300%, which we did hit. We actually hit around 400% in the day, but I got out anywhere from 280 to 300%. So that was the setup on this trade. Really good trade overall. Got out around here. I got out a little early. I did not get to the bottom, but that's fine. You know, as soon as we close this gap, you know, that was the end of my thesis. You know, I think we're going for a gap close. If I had more contracts, literally the same thing I said in my other video, I would have held them longer, but I didn't have more contracts. I had what I had, and so I played with what I had. And you can see that I made 4,700 bucks. So not a bad trade at all, guys. And you know, part of this is me journaling my trades too. Obviously, these videos are informative and I'm trying to help you all, but this point in time, you get to see, you know, kind of where I'm at in my trading journey. And this is where I'm at, right? You know, if I had more confidence, I would have taken more contracts, but I didn't. You know, I'm working on building my confidence, and you know, my average trade size will continue to go up and all of that. So that is it for this video, guys. The key point being that if you want to become more consistent, you need to be able to basically reset your brain, right? Even right after a loss, being completely wrong like I was, and going, all right, what is the market telling me now, right? I thought it was telling me this earlier. What is it telling me now, right? Knowing that you can't predict the future, right? You're just looking for an edge, and we're trying to play that edge. We're trying to play what the market is most likely to do given the current scenario, and playing into that. Proper position sizing. It doesn't matter if you're wrong like I was completely wrong, and then I was completely right, because my position sizes were nothing crazy. You know, I had, you know, ended up taking that loss, and I actually, because I held those contracts, and I forgot to mention this is key, because I held those contracts, I was able to get out at about 70 cents, right? So I got about $1,300 back out of that position after being wrong on that initial position, and then obviously my next trade was extremely profitable, right? So managing my account, right? Not just thinking about trades and trying to win or lose a trade and be right or wrong. Instead, I'm actually managing money in my account, thinking about how to, you know, extract maximum value, you know, on the day. So that's it. My name is Forrest. I invest in stuff. Join my community. I posted this trade today as I was trading it. Discord is free, guys. Would love to have you in there. My goal is to help as many people learn this that want to learn it. You know, you can use the money for whatever makes sense for you. I'm not going to tell you why you should want money or need money. You obviously live in a capitalistic society, and money makes life easier. Personally, it also makes me happier when I have more of it. Part of why I trade, being able to help people. Beautiful, beautiful benefit of having excess income, especially when they're in a tight situation. Yeah, guys, trading is a beautiful thing, and I'm on a tangent here, but it honestly is awesome. And you know, I'm excited with my progress and want to help as many other people become better traders too. Anyways, Forrest out. See you in the next one. Peace.